legends, heroes, and poopy heads. Welcome to the Omni Flash channel, where Omni Flash will take gaming to the next level.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Omni Flash, and I am your guide to Perfect World Mobile. In today's video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about the brand new Nezza pet. First of all, he is a boy. We've confirmed it. You see, so we're going to look, and yep, he is definitely a boy. So you don't have to worry, he is not a girl. He is definitely a boy. Nezza is a unique pet that buffs the user. So instead of just attacking the enemy, he provides an attack buff as his second skill. Nezza's skills are effective both by physical and magic attack. So you can use Nezza as a magic user or a physical attack user. So if you are a physical class such as an archer or an assassin or blade master or a tank, you'll be teaching it additional skills such as physical attack expert. If you are a magic user, you'll be attacking it magic attack expert. So it just depends on your class and what skills you're going to teach it. We'll get into that a little bit later. Nezza has another very cool third skill. It will buff you as well whenever you use a chi skill. So right now, did you see that? She just grew in size like Mario. So it's kind of funny. First, the second skill gives you a ring similar to Sonic. The third skill gives you some sort of power up that makes you grow in size like a mushroom does to Mario. It's really different. The third skill gives you actual a cast speed buff, and you also get an attack speed buff and also a cooldown reduction buff. I'll get into that a little bit more later. Let's first look at how you get Nezza. In order to get Nezza, you will be getting the Prime Eidolon bags. I started out with about 19,000 bound ingots. If you use bound ingots in order to get Nezza, Nezza will be bound. So if you want to make a Nezza pet or Areola pet or a monkey pet that you want to sell on the stall for gold coins, you need to use unbound ingots. Or, you can be just like me and just use the bound ingots that you get in the game. Bound ingots are a lot more plentiful. And I would just open these bags 1 or 2 at a time. I recommend opening them 1 or 2 at a time. The amount of bags that you need to open, I think the range is from about 7K to 17K ingots. At the end, it took me about 10K ingots. I have a friend who took about 12K ingots. So it just really depends on your luck. But I do recommend just opening these bags 1 to 2 at a time. Make sure you don't want to. Some people buy just a ton of bags right away, and they have, like 5 shards, 5 epic Eidolon shards left over, and that's really a huge waste. Alright, so here's our Nezza. You got Nezza. You could have chosen a monkey or Areola. This is what Nezza's forms look like. If you promote him once, he turns red, then yellow, and then blue. We'll level him up when he's about level 90. You can promote him. You'll be using the Eidolon promotion pills that you get from the bounty hunter shop. In order to be able to promote him easier, you will want to re-roll his stats. Re-rolling his stats, what would you want to re-roll for? Well, in order to promote, pretty much all the stats have to be pretty high. The gross stat is super important in order to get a high promotion chance. Okay, yeah, we get it from the bounty hunter store. Then we're going to re-roll the stats. All right, so the growth rate, the higher the growth rate and then the force stats is good. So if you're a physical user, you're gonna have to look for good growth rate and good strength. If you're a magic user, you want good growth rate and good magic. If you're trying to promote, then you want to have pretty much good everything all across the board so that you can promote. Promoting your pet allows all of the growth rates, all of the stats to be a little bit higher. So after you get Nezza, you're going to want to skill him. First of all, you want to open all 8 slots using cheap skills. The cheapest skills you can find, this way you won't be accidentally replacing your leveled up or expensive skills. Now if you have skill locks, then it is possible for you to go ahead and lock down 3 expensive skills and then continue on from that. The first 3 pet locks you're going to get when you're spending $15, you get your first pet lock. If you spend about $30, you get your second pet lock. And I think you spend about $50, you get your third pet lock. The fourth pet lock is something that you get farther into the game when you have 200k reputation. And I do recommend that you get 200k reputation because rank gear is very important. I'm going to link that in the description and the first comment below to so that you can get rank gear. But in order to get rank gear and the fourth lock, you're going to have to go for 200k reputation. So if you don't have any locks, it's fine. You can still do this. You're just going to have to throw inexpensive skills at this until all 8 skill slots are open. Then you will start replacing them with expensive skills. Because the attack buff that Nezza gives is dependent on the amount of damage that Nezza deals, I will recommend a lot of attack type skills for Nezza. So skills such as enforcing and pounding, when they're at level 30, they give 150% more damage. When they are above 80% HP, and when they are lesser than 80% HP. I like that. If you are physical, you're going to be giving it physical attack expert as well as finding weakness. Finding weakness gives you physical crit. If you are a magic user, you will get magic attack expert and Farsight, which gives you magical crit. So those 2 skills, you're going to see me using magic attack expert as well as Farsight because this character is a cleric, a magic user. You're also going to be using exploding combo as well as speedy combo, simply because those unlock elixirs for a full build. Later on, you will be using rare elixirs such as Late Strike and Sudden Strike, which gives a higher crit chance and also more crit damage. We're going to take a look at this skill, the Universe Ring. It's called Universe Rings, but it's basically his fire wheels. I don't know why it's called a Universe Ring. I don't know, I think it's his fire wheels. This fire wheel buff, this buff is usually up. So I don't believe that you need to give Nezza a dex build. I don't think a dex build will work because dex will actually cause the pet to not do very much damage, and therefore the second skill won't give you a lot of attack. So you will want to give Nezza either an all STR build or an all magic build. If you are a cleric, a vulpine, a wizard, go ahead, make Nezza all magic. If you are a barbarian, if you are assassin, archer, blade master, make Nezza all strength. Nezza's third skill is his magic sash. This magical sash lowers your cooldown reduction at max level, at level 15. You're going to have this buff for 12 seconds. So this buff will be active every time you use chi. It has a 40-second cooldown, which does not go down. I've tried increasing the cooldown reduction on this pet, and that 40-second timer, the inspired timer, does not go down. So you can only chi once every 40 seconds in order to get this buff. The magic sash buff, the third skill, is at max level. It gives you a 12 seconds of 12% cooldown reduction, 24% attack speed increase, and 24% cast speed increase. This is pretty strong, very incredible. 24% attack speed increase, 24% cast speed increase, and 12% cooldown reduction. And it will last for 12 seconds. The first two common elixirs that you want to use if you're a physical attack class will be Ruthlessness, because it matches Finding Weakness. The second skill, the second elixir, would be Wind Rider Strike, because it matches Physical Attack Expert. If you're a magic class, it will be different elixirs. It will be Magic Soul, because that matches Farsight. And you will also use Dragon Spike, because that matches M Attack Expert. Once you have promoted Nezza twice, the core elixir, if you're a physical class, will be Physical Power. If you're a magic class, it will be Magic Power. So it is a little different depending on if you're physical or if you're magical. Your core elixirs are going to be different. Later on, if you do promote him all the way, unlock all of the skills, then you will also want to add some rare elixirs, such as Sudden Strike and Late Strike. And eventually you will be changing the core elixir, the red elixir in the middle, to Slicer. Slicer with Late Strike, Sudden Strike will give your pet a ton of crit chance and a lot of crit damage. So this way it will increase the amount of attack that Nezza gives you as a buff. So now that you know the build, let's talk about how good Nezza is. Right out of the box, right out of the egg, Nezza isn't that great, because the buff that he gives you, he doesn't do that much damage right out of the box. When one of your skills is dependent on the amount of damage that you deal, it will actually go down when you're attacking somebody stronger than you. So I find that a little disappointing. When you take Nezza out of box, he doesn't come with a stun. He doesn't, like a Monkey King, he doesn't come with Chi Steal like Areola. In order for me to recommend Nezza, the developers can do something very easily and just make it so that he gives you 2000k attack or 3000k attack on top of the type of equation for the attack that he gives. Because when it comes out of box, it should give you a 2 to 3k attack increase, just so that I can say that Nezza is actually useful. Because you will have to spend a lot of coins, gold coins, in order to buy skills and buy elixirs and upgrade those elixirs in order to make Nezza deal some damage. Also, if you're dealing damage to a tank, if my barbarian goes into tank form, your buff is going to go down because you're going to deal less damage on a tank. So if you're doing less damage on tougher opponents, you're going to get less buff. So Nezza is countered by whales and by tanks. Also, the third skill is interesting, which gives you a very strong buff. At max, it gives you 12 seconds of this super nice buff. At level 1, it gives you 5 seconds of this buff and can only be activated every 40 seconds. So you get a 5-second buff when it comes out of the box instead of 12 seconds. I know you don't want to make it too strong, but 5 seconds out of 40 seconds is just not, it's not that special. I wish that was longer. At max, that is pretty nice. However, when every single other Eidolon that I see built for PvP has some sort of chi skill that steals chi on it, you're not going to have very much chi. You're going to be actually using universal pills, smooth bombs. You're going to be using a lot of pills to give yourself chi just for 12 seconds of nice attack, which can be sort of countered with Almighty Dews. If someone uses Almighty Dew, if someone uses a chi burst or something to block damage, and I know they will, because they're going to know when you use that attack, when you use your chi burst, whenever you get this buff. You visually change. You get twice as big. People are going to know when you have this buff. I love how you grow and how beautiful those sashes are. However, that third skill notifies your enemies when to use their Almighty Dews, notifies your enemies when to use defensive skills. Alright, so it's kind of Nezza should make you smaller. That's what I'm talking about. When Nezza's ultimate attacks, when Nezza's third skill goes up, it should make you smaller, make you harder to see. It shouldn't make you a lot larger. So I'm a little disappointed in Nezza. I don't recommend it for anyone at the moment. If they change Nezza's skills a little bit, then I'll come back and make another video. After fully testing Nezza, I wish I had gotten an areola or a monkey for this cleric. I'm very sorry, Cinnamoni. I'm very sorry that I got you the wrong pet. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and comment below. I'll see you in the next video.